Guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. Today we're talking about the Funeral Fab series, all black everything. Boston Celtics versus the Washington Wizards. These are two teams that essentially have bad blood and now are facing off in the Eastern Conference semis. What a matchup we're going to get. We're going to get Isaiah Thomas versus John Wall, Bradley Beal versus Avery Bradley, Marcin Gortat against Al Horford. So these are all matchups that they could go either way, and we're going to tell you right now today who's going to win the series and why. Now, we're looking at it from the Celtics side. The Celtics just came back from down 0-2 to the Chicago Bulls, and it was an emotional series due to the tragic death of Isaiah Thomas' sister, but the Celtics were able to rally, and like I said, they were able to find their three ball and overcome the horrible Chicago Bulls three-point shooting. And, Rondo being injured was a big factor. Now you're looking at the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards had ample opportunities to put away the Atlanta Hawks, but the Hawks kept fighting, and they were able to make the series go to 6 games. But that 6th game, John Wall put his foot on their neck, scored 42 points, had I want to say 8 assists or something. It was just a ridiculous stat line, and he killed them. He killed them. Now when you're looking at the two teams, it's almost a repeat for the Washington Wizards. It's like they're playing a souped-up Atlanta team where they have a solid team with no true superstar. But this time, the Celtics do have a superstar, unlike the Atlanta Hawks, which is Isaiah Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas can quick drop 30, 40, 50 points on your head if need be. So that's going to be something that they're going to have to pay attention to. Can't just simply ignore the fact that, you could just go in there and do your thing. You got to worry about what Isaiah Thomas, you got a game plan for him. The only problem that the Celtics are facing, like the Atlanta Hawks, is where is the other support going to come from? For the Atlanta Hawks, Paul Millsap was always consistent, but all the other players were, sometimes they were horrible. Like Schroeder would have a good game, then a bad game, good game, then bad game. So that's the same thing that the Boston Celtics have to worry about. Where are we going to get our consistent good games from? Is it going to be Avery Bradley? Last series only averaged like 15 points. Is that going to be enough to overcome the Washington Wizards? On the Celtics side, they're looking at a Bulls team. They're looking at a repeat of a Bulls team that can actually shoot the three ball and still have their star point guard. Rondo went down. When they face the Washington Wizards, John Wall is going to be there. I don't see any sign of him going down. I don't see any weakness in him. How are you going to manage that? What's going to be the game plan for that? Because John Wall is bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, and he controls the tempo of the game just like a Rondo. And that is something that the Celtics struggled with. You saw when they went down 0-2, Rondo didn't score a ton of points, he just controlled the tempo of the game. And if John Wall could figure out a way to control the tempo of the game consistently, make good decisions, which he was in the first round. He averaged 29 points, 10 assists, 10.3 assists, something to that nature. Excellent player. So how can you guys slow John Wall down? Because the team goes as John Wall goes, somewhat. Bradley Beal is an excellent player. He balls. He's great on offense and defense. But the team goes the way that John Wall goes. So what's going to be your game plan? Are you going to go under each screen and force him to shoot? If you haven't noticed, John Wall, now he can hit that mid-range foul line jumper consistently. If you do that, you're also allowing him to penetrate and dish out to Otto Porter, which is a great three-point shooter, Markieff Morris, and Bradley Beal. So that's something that's got to pick your poison. So both teams present issues, especially like if you look at the Celtics inside, they're dominant as opposed to Marcin Gortat and Markieff Morris. Markieff Morris didn't have a great series against the Atlanta Hawks, and neither did Marcin Gortat. The Wizards' backcourt carried them, so the Celtics' front court can give the Wizards a ton of trouble. So this is going to be a back-and-forth affair. At the end of the day, it all boils down to the backcourts. And when you look at the backcourt of Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley, they're good defensively, but offensively, there's too much pressure on Isaiah Thomas. The teams could basically, what they can do is they could pretty much do like the Jordan rules, lock up everybody else and just let Isaiah Thomas score. That's it. Or that's just the basic gist of it. Let Isaiah Thomas go wild, but lock everybody else up, and the team won't win. And if you look at the backcourt of the Washington Wizards, they have John Wall, which is averaging 29 points. You have the backcourt Bradley Beal, and they're like one of the top the top five backcourts in the NBA. Bradley Beal averaged 25 points in that series against Atlanta, and he's a great defender, which people don't really give him a lot of credit for. So in this series, it's going to be the Washington Wizards coming out. I have them winning in 6 games. I feel that John Wall's control of the tempo of the game is going to be too much. And I also feel that when you look at the overall shooting that the Wizards possess, it's much greater than that of the Boston Celtics. So I'm going to go with the Washington Wizards in 6 games. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction with Hoops Meets Hoopla. Peace.